So my name is Vanderson Pires, so I'm black belt. I run a club in Wellington, the name is Combat Room, and I'm one of the organizers of Artaxxis. Every single fighter is going to be able to come and concentrate just in one match, submission only. In Artaxxis, we choose the best fighters in the country from all over the country, so from north to south. We have pretty much all clubs involved in this event. This is a little bit of a history of BJJ in New Zealand. So Artaxxis definitely is going to raise a bar.
So my name is Marcelo Lopes. I'm 35 years. I'm black belt Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Go, go, go. Come on, kid.
So I'll start Marcelo Lopes team in Blenheim. I'm a very competitive guy, so I'll just pass that to my students. So my school in Blenheim, at the moment, very strong. Very good team.
My name is Robson. Brown belt recently. I'm 29 years old, from Brazil, Brasilia. Been in New Zealand for 8 years now, training for five and a half. I had a friend on the gym, and now I started talking about jiu-jitsu, and I said it was pretty good workout, so I did actually come and try, mainly for fitness, and just ended up loving it.
So he brown belt for a reason. I've been training for long, and I'm 100% sure and I'm 100% confident he's gonna get good results in the fight. Now I know Danny probably more than 9 years now, and when he started training here, when he arrived the first time, I was like, oh my God, you know, he's really big.
My name is Danny Poe. I was born in South Africa, moved over to New Zealand in 2002. Been training BJJ for just under 10 years. I started BJJ because I met Marcel working on the doors, and Marcel invited me around to come and try. Tried it the first time and just absolutely got hooked to it, and slowly worked my way out of playing rugby. I'm very excited about my match because I found, being a bigger guy as well, coming through the ranks, white belt, blue belts, it's easy to get opponents, but once it starts getting purple, brown and black, it gets real hard to find opponents, and I'm very grateful for Joseph to take on the competition, so I'm quite looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting.
Alright, let's talk about Killer now. Killer is quite annoying me, like, all the time, but I'm just kidding.
I didn't care
Nah, Killer, so Killer Walker is, now he's gonna have a good challenge, a big challenge. He's gonna fight no gi.
My name's Keelan Walker, I'm 37, I'm currently 90 Ks. You know, I'm not somebody that'll say, hey, I go for the submission every time, because I think I've developed my style and my game a lot around going for points and maintaining a good control and then going for the submission if it's there. So to be involved in this one, I'm really excited about it.
Every time someone calls us for fight, we never say no, we just go, because we truly believe in our technique and our training.
So we're about 2 months out. I'm officially down to 90 kgs. I started out around about 93, 94, so, and I'm really unfit. Quite a few of the other guys in the club are really fit.
Today we start a stand-up game, and you can see the boys get really tired faster. So that's what I want to give to them, you know, just a little bit experience, you know, fighting the stand-up as well. Because sometimes in a fight you can't just take down straight away or jump in guard. So you need to be able to fight and stand up as well.
Actually, I came in feeling really unenergetic. I was stuffed within just in the warm-up doing the takedowns, but takedowns always tire me out. That's why I don't stand up. That's not part of my game. I won't stand up and I won't try and take an opponent down. I always just pull my guard, pull my half guard. I realised that I could hold people at bay by applying the lockdown, but I couldn't really do anything from there. So I kind of moved away from it. And it never really... I was using it in competition, it was sort of getting me through, and I would win the odd match, just made me through points. And I had 2 good sweeps. My very first competition, I applied lockdown, I got a sweep, held the guy in side control, was absolutely stuffed, out of energy, I was fucked, out of energy, and I managed to get the guy in a Kisakatami, and he tapped. So I realised that I'd found a safe place to survive. I found that I'd found effective sweeps to gain points, and all I had to do was pull half guard, sweep the opponent, and hold them for 6 minutes, and I win the match. I'm not going to pretend I'm a submission hero, I'm not. I've got very few submissions. You know, this competition I'm going to in Wellington, it doesn't suit me. It's a personal challenge, and I'm trying to get to that stage where I'm changing my game to move through the levels to become a black belt. Because you have to know how to submit. The electric chair is a move, or one of few moves, where you can get a submission from lockdown and half guard. And it's a really obscure move that the origins don't come from Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. From what I understand, it was popularised by Eddie Bravo, and that's where I learnt it, and it was something I started to play with at white belt level, and I started getting people with it, but I never really figured it out till just before I went to Brazil.
Keelan, Hobson, Danny, they're looking really good. They start to understand the game, you know, what we have to do. It's gonna be all about the fitness now. The boys already lose some weight. Everybody have to understand it because they have to push themselves as well. I'm not with them all the time, and so for me now, I just put inside the head. They really need to be strong, fit, because that's the reason why people lost those matches. Because 20-minute fight, it's all about the fitness and the technique already there. So if you're really fit, strong, very, very hard and to get tapped, you know. If you don't stop, you don't get tapped.
And I think my first love of martial arts came as a child, like many other people, through martial arts movies. I had to be about 8 years old. I seen an ad in the newspaper and I called up Sato Karate, and I went along for about 2 or 3 years, and my real exposure first to BJJ was in New York City at a kickboxing gym, and we had a tutor come along who was just kind of a hobbyist, I guess. I don't even think he knew much, but he knew a few arm bars, he knew a triangle, and that was my first exposure to submission grappling, BJJ. And MMA had really just kicked off. It was the early days of Pride. UFC was about, but the real action was in Pride. And I learnt an arm bar, and we were in the middle of a sparring session, and I managed to apply it, and at that point I realised, whoa, the action's not in the punching and the kicking. I came back to Blenheim, and Marcelo was here, and I'd learnt an arm bar and a triangle, and I thought, man, I'm going to go back to Blenheim. I'm just going to kick everybody's ass at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And Marcelo wasn't actually there that night, but Leo was. So we set up the mats, and I thought, right, I'm going to get this guy. What does he know? And he just absolutely smeared me all over the mat. And I realised I knew nothing. I was quite embarrassed, actually. And I slowly, and I can say this passionately, slowly fell in love with Jiu-Jitsu, because that is the relationship that I have with the sport. It's an addictive sport unlike any other. With Jiu-Jitsu, I'll go home and I'll think about where I fucked up and where I made a mistake, or what I did well into the early hours of the morning sometimes. And anyone who does Jiu-Jitsu and takes takes a liking to it the same way I did will tell you the same thing. BJJ is a big part of my life, and it just became one of those things on the bucket list where I've got to go to Rio, I've got to go to Brazil, the home of the sport, and experience the essence of where it came from. And so in 2013 I was able to do that. I arrived in Rio, and I went straight to the hostel, and there was just a group of foreigners that all had the same sort of dream that I had, and you basically live and train BJJ for the time that you're there. So what Brazil did for me was expose me to ideas and concepts, what the rest of the world and how they're playing it and what they're doing, and it just helped me really develop my style. Prior to that, there's a term used in Brazilian Jiu-jitsu which is called a Jiu-jitsu game. You know, what's your game? And what Brazil did for me was help me develop what my game is.
I'm pretty much prepared. I could fight tomorrow. And if it was tomorrow, I don't care. I'm really good. And as you can see, I'm training a lot with Keelan as well. He's pushing himself all the time, and all the boys are pushing himself and all helping us on the training. And I think that'll be pretty cool. Looking forward to it, counting the minutes.
So I can tell the boys start getting a little excited about the competition, and yeah, but that's good environment, you know. That's the thing about the BJJ. We have a very good environment here. You know, we joke a lot, and after and before the train, when the train starts, it's a different thing. But yeah, that's very good environment. So yeah, let's make it easy for us to train. We're ready to go. Just take it easy in the next 2 weeks.
All right, down D. We here. Yeah, Jason. You scored a lot of kicking, man. Woo-hoo! Actually, we had a great.
Tonight we're having a fundraiser prior going over to Wellington for our tournament.
Yeah, very good to have like everybody here and support us when we travel for a comp. Yeah, and you know, time for us to get together as well. Sometimes, you know, we just work, train, and just go home straight. But now have opportunity to get together now, everybody here, and you know, bring a family and yeah, talk about life, talk about train, and you know, the competition as well. So yeah, I think that's a very positive event.
Because you know, you spend a lot of time rolling around with a group of guys, sweaty, and you know, you get to know them, and we encourage a family atmosphere like a lot of Brazilian Jiu-jitsu clubs do. Like, you know, we're a club, but we're like an extended family, so this gives us a chance to meet everybody's immediate families, you know, introduce ourselves, to get to know them.
Money is short in the moment. I think BJJ too cheap. We have to put the price up.
Hope not.
Yeah, hope not.
There'll be more fundraising events if that's the case. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just a good environment to relax in, get to know everybody and meet everybody's family, and have them become part of the club too. Hang on!
From innocent eyes, all of mankind been awake to the signs. I gotta raise my son in the darkest of times. Got my people open the blinds, revelations is right. Am I walking to the light? Will darkness consume this mic as I continue to fight? Experience flight, the outer body type is the reason I write. So listen and like, if crookedness is your way of life, damn it right, disasters day and night, in poverty, famine, strike machines of war and the rage of light. Kids dying in the street, on the pavement bright, while the rich complain about a luxury life. Lower class hustling, because the wage is tight. They meet your brain waves to imagine height. If dollar signs is all you see at the end of the mic. But for me it's about earning stripes. Front line all day till they extinguish my life. So let these bars sink deep, put it on repeat. Before going to sleep, share it out to all your peeps.
Innocence, yeah. So open your mind. Been in the dark too long, I'm ready for the sunshine. Be forever on the ground. Innocence,
yeah.
so open your mind.
Throw your hands Yeah.
Too long I'm ready for the sunshine.
Vida, so
Forever on the
to him
grind.
my main concern is the poverty raises, broken homes and the youth addicted to blazes, being forced steel like animal cages. John Key smiles as I flip through the pages. How would he know what it's like to come from the basement, sipping brown spirits with the crew getting wasted? I'm taking this opportunity to finally say shit. Rich getting richer, man, is trying my patience. Riding out people learn from prior engagements. Read between the lines or be stuck in the matrix. Open your eyes to hidden agenda and dangers. Rolling deep, we made it. Yeah, 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 yeah. MLT, what's up? Yeah. Check it.
Innocence died, so open your mind. Been in the dark too long, I'm ready for the sunshine. We forever on the grind. Innocence died, so open your mind. Been in the dark too long, I'm ready for the sunshine. We forever on the grind.
So let's talk about Danny game plan for the fight. So the game plan is just to be nice and strong and stand up and try to take the guy down, so we can just, you know, make the guy carry Danny weight, and so make him tired. So can we after that we, you know, just apply some of the submission we know. Danny's been trained pretty good, so hopefully the game plan works. And yeah, so we're very excited for this fight. Danny start fight really well, so keep the control there. He fight a judo player, so you know, you don't want to mark him around there because you're gonna get takedown. Suddenly, you know, Danny decided to jump and guard, which is we don't actually plan to do that, but you know, at the end of the day, he's in the mat, so he decided to do it. The guy quite strong. Like I say, he's a judo player. It's very hard to sweep him. These guys have a good base and good collar attack as well. He goes straight to the cross collar choke from the mount, which is a quite strong one. But Danny managed to roll over and actually nearly escaped from that. But when you put that cross collar choke, it's very hard to get away, and that's quite deep. So nothing Danny can do on that. And yeah, he tapped, but that's good effort, you know. Hopefully next time he come back nice and strong, and we're looking for a better result. Hobson game plan to get in there, attack as much as he can, use his long reach, long legs, very strong guy, been trained a lot, fit, so no excuse at all. Fight guy from Auckland, from Stevie Oliver, very competitive Stevie Oliver, you know. I know he's gonna come in hard, you know, me as well, very competitive. We've been back and forth in MMA fights and no gi and gi fights, so you know I'm gonna bring my students in the top of the game as well. So Hobson started the fight, he jumped and guarded straight away. Keep the control the body like we planned to do. Try to get an arm drag, and every time the guy stand up, he try to sweep. Actually, he trapped a good arm bar over there and triangular choke, but the guy quite strong and stocky. He managed to escape and get in a half guard, but Hobbs well trained. He knew he got nothing on it. He's not in trouble at all. He just managed to stay there for a while and yeah, put in a guard again. 10 minutes, it's pretty much the same. Hobbs attacking guard, and his opponent, he didn't want to open or, you know, put himself in a bad situation too much, so it's pretty much the whole fight inside the guard. At the end of the day, it's good for Hobson, just bring his confidence up, yeah, and just killing game plan for today. Pretty much jump and guard and go straight to the leg kick chair. His best move, he's been talking about that for maybe 5 years now, oh my gosh. So, you know, But actually he trained really well in that position, so he trained it over and over again. And when you do that in BJJ, so there's no way for your opponent to get away and it like easy, because then you train it over and over and you get really good in the position. So, and that's what he did. You know, he just keeps going over and over again, and now he managed to sweep and catch a lot of people on that position, so which is pretty good. So today that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully it works. So the Killen start his fights pretty good, like the way we did, slow stance. What he did is just jump in half, got it straight away. Adjust his position, which is very important when you jump in guard. So you adjust what you want. So he adjusts, goes straight to the electric chair, and the guy felt straight away. And I'm really close. I can tell the guy gonna tap in any minute, which is, yeah, that'll be so good for us. But the guy just managed to escape, and yeah, that's what it is. Big fights like that, you know, tap. You only tap if something break or if you go to sleep. Yeah, you don't want to tap for that. But he needed tap. Killen just carry on, get the sweep, but that's no point. So. Not changing much. He tried to pass. The guy quite strong, long legs. Just keep Killen away. And he started attack Killen over and over again. Until suddenly Killen tried to escape, roll over, and he take Killen back and go for the armbar straight away. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't have that win, but it's good effort for Killen, you know. Something we have to learn. You know, when we had the chance, we had to finish. Can't give it a second chance. But good effort at the end of the day, so can't wait to see these boys in the next comp.
Obviously, really disappointed because it's just a long time, a lot of work gone in, a lot of late nights, and I mean, leading up. Got a little bit nervous. That's not why I could make all the excuses all day why I lost. At the end of the day, look, tough to deal with. I always thought I was going to find it tough to deal with because I always have. A tall person. Got me with a really nice armbar. Felt it coming a mile away, but there was really nothing I could do.
My game plan for this fight tonight. It's pretty much, you know, just looking for the finish the whole time. You know, black belt, you can't sleep, you can't blink. So any mistake you make probably cost you the fight. So my opponent very technical. So for me, just get in there, give my best, roll, have fun, you know, and try to win. So that's what it is. We pretty much only think about the finish, nothing else. Yeah, the camp has been pretty good, so hopefully everything's go well and we have a good fight. Really good, feel warm, nice and warm, you know, after the boys fight, even if we don't have any win before that. Yeah, a little bit pressure like always, you know, but that's what it is. I start really good, I start nice and strong. I know what he want to do, he want to pull guard, so I just waited for him to pull guard. So he pulled guard straight away. I try to pass, you know, keep his grip away from me. He get around my legs, I'll just escape, kick out away. So push him away, and yeah, that's what I knew he was gonna do it. So I have everything in plan there. You just really, when you begin the fight, you just wanna feel like his grip and kind of like just see what he's gonna do it. Yeah, we just start to feel each other there. You know, it's around 2 or 3 minutes. Roll on the ground. We actually have a good time, you know. We're not very aggressive. We're just looking for technique. That's most like when the black belts fight. That's what happened. You know, he got a sweep there, and we managed to get up again. And then I decided to take it down because I want to be on top a little bit. We get back up, and I was thinking, yeah, now I'm gonna try to take him down. I tried to take an we call it a judo sweep, which is I'm doing really well, but on that day something happened, you know. When I kick, I think he put his foot on the mat or something happened, you know. Then I managed to tear my muscle inside the groin, which is, yeah, so painful, you know. In my mind, in the moment, I just, you know, you have two things, or you give up or you keep going, you know. Yeah, I'm one of those guys, you know, I just don't want to give up, I just want to keep going. If I have a little chance, I'll just keep going, you know. But yeah, so painful, but at the end of the day, he got the win, you know. Yeah, so when you get hurt, nothing you can do. Get back in the game and yeah, don't get hurt no more. A couple of people just say, oh, you're too old in the morning. I say, oh, just keep going. But yeah, so hopefully I put a gym together, so now we have our own place to train, which is a real martial art gym. Blenheim, it's number 14 Stewart Street. Very good environment, good bunch of guys over there. Kids class pumped, you know, a lot of kids there. It's very, very good for you, you know, like for your fitness level, to grow your confidence, you know, to meet different people. You know, really changed my life when I started training, you know. Make another friends, make more friends, bring your kids so your kids can enjoy as well. Yeah, really, if you're in Blenheim or Nelson, just come and check it out. Marcelo Lopes team, number 14 Stewart Street.
Every competition, I find myself saying, this is my last competition, this is my last competition. It's generally leading up the week before that I start saying that. What I've come to realise is I'll always compete. I've found a sport, and this is why I love Jiu-jitsu, it's because it's something that I've realised that I can continue doing till late in life.